Hi class, this is Jennifer. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of how to change a tire because you'll end up with a flat at some point if you get into riding. So let's get to it. In your pack, which is behind your seat, in your quiz it'll be referred to as a saddle bag. You should always carry a CO2 cartridge, inflator, and tire levers, and if I can get it, an extra tube so that you can change your tire. Let's get right to how to actually change the tire. So I'm out riding and my tire's gone flat and I need to figure out how to get it fixed. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the tire off the bike, which is fairly simple. Sorry. Is there any way to edit that? Okay. There we go. And lay the bike on its side so that the chain side is up. And that way it's off to the side of the road and won't get damaged. So after that, I've just got the tire and my tire levers. The next job will be to get the tire to, there we go. I need to get the tire onto the tire lever, and then I'm going to move down a couple of inches and do the same thing there we go, and then just continue that process around the entire tire. And that will allow me to remove the flat tire, or the inner tube. And then replace it with a fresh one. Now, you can patch these out on the road, and I do actually recommend that you carry a couple of patches so that if you end up getting more than one flat, you have that as an option, but it takes quite a bit of time, so we're not going to go through how to do that today. But before you put in your new tube, you need to inspect the outside of the tube while running your hand on the inside of the tire to make sure that whatever caused your flat isn't still in your tire itself. So I'm looking here, my tire looks pretty good. I felt all the way around and there isn't any debris, so that's a really good thing. So it just means I must have hit something kind of hard and caused a flat. So now I'm going to grab my inner tube out of my pack, and it's completely flat. And it would be really hard to put this on my bike just like this. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of air in it first using my CO2 cartridge. There we go. Now we've got something that we can work with that will fit inside of our the shell of the tire a little bit easier. Depending on the kind of bike you have, you may not have an extra nut like this that goes on your tube, but road bikes have this to stabilize the tire within the wheel. So here we go. We always start with, for obvious reasons, the hardest part, which is getting the stem in, and then just go around the tire and seat your tube within the shell of the tire itself. And then, if you can do this with your fingers, go ahead and try. You might need your bike levers, but we're going to give it a shot. You go ahead and push your tire back into place. Making sure that you're not pinching your inner tube in the process, or your bike will go flat pretty quickly right after that, as soon as you put pressure on it. So if I were to go like this and pinch my tube, then I would not be able to finish my ride without having to stop and do this again. So carefully make sure that that is seated, and then, as I said, go ahead and finish putting it together. See, and as you can tell, sometimes it does get a little tight. It's a little cold out here this morning, and so the rubber just does not want to go in there. So that's when you grab your tire lever and gently, if you can, finesse that there you go, back into place. So now we've got our tire back on our we're almost ready to go back on our bike. We put this washer in place so that that holds this in the right place, makes it easier to inflate. So we've got our washer back on, but as you can tell, our tire is still really squishy. So we're going to go ahead and add more from the CO2 cartridge. Until we get a rock hard bike tire. On a road bike specifically, you don't want to be able to get any movement as you're pushing down on your tire. If you do have movement, your tire is underinflated, which will make your riding really slow. So we're going to go ahead and put it back on the bike. There we go. And then clean up our kit, put it back in the saddlebag, and we will be all done. Thank you so much for watching.